Good morning and happy Friday, January 24th. Thanks for joining. In our business, oftentimes we focus on the social media aspect of things. And social media could mean a lot of different stuff. It could be what you publish personally on LinkedIn, what you do as a company. It could be ads on the social media platforms, those creepy Facebook ads that follow you around when you don't buy that thing that they want you to buy. What I'm going to focus on today is if you work with your company's website and you might be in Google Analytics or taking a look specifically at what the website is doing from a performance standpoint, there's one tool that I'm going to show you that I think will really, really help as far as what are we doing on SEO, search engine optimization, and what is working versus what is not working. And equally as importantly, and I think this is going to be really helpful for you, how we can measure brand sentiment, meaning how many people are looking for you, either personally or as a company, by name, and if you can watch where that starts to go. Because oftentimes when we talk about SEO, people will say things like, well, we want to rank for best X kind of industry, so best thing in city. And oftentimes people aren't Googling best plumber in Madison, Wisconsin. They're searching for a problem first, like how do I fix a leaky sink or whatever it might be, and then reading something and then going to Google to find something like a plumber. But as opposed to best plumber or best law firm or best engineering firm, they're going to search for a name or they're going to search for a search. I don't say that very well. They're going to search for an answer to a problem that they have. So let me just go into what this looks like for you. And this specifically is called Google Search Console. And now, like everything else with Google, this is not at all simple to set up. It's something where if you don't know how to get here, you're probably not going to figure it out. But let me know if our company, Amplify, can help you with this as far as getting out to Google Search Console and getting it running on your site. And what I'm showing you right now is the searches where people are finding our company. So I'm just showing you what we rank for right now. Okay, so this is on a trailing 28-day basis. What it shows us is the total amount of clicks that people are using to find us from SEO, so specifically from Google-based searches. This doesn't pull in Bing or any voice stuff that would be non-Google information. The amount of impressions, the average click-through rate, meaning once people see us, how often are they clicking on the stuff, and then the average position. I'm not really worried about this one as much as I'm just going to turn this off to get rid of a little bit of extra information. But let me just show you what it is that we do from a brand sentiment standpoint. Because again, I think this is going to be really impactful for you, because in the past, when we've done general awareness advertising, any of us as an organization of any kind, whether it's a proper, for-profit company, a proper nonprofit, whatever it might be, you oftentimes go, well, we just need to be out there, and if people are at least aware of us, that gives us more opportunities to get the at-bats that we need, right? To have the opportunity to actually win the business or get a donation or whatever it might be. So when we scroll down through here, we're going to see that by default, it ranks it by the amount of clicks that we're getting to the website. And we, frankly, at Amplify, we don't focus a lot on social media. The way that we do most of our business generation is from either content writing and sharing that on social media, or from me doing a lot of speeches every year, and people see that and they go, hey, we need that. So, but I just want to show you what it is that's happened with us specifically, and because we've made a concerted effort to get our brand out there more, why this is starting to happen and what you might consider doing as well. So up until, Helen, how long ago was it that we switched to social media strategies?
6 months.
Okay.
7
So
months.
thank you. So about 6 or 7 months ago, as opposed to just being called Amplify, we wanted to disambiguate that name for 2 reasons. The first is that there's another company called Amplify that's out in California. They're a biotech company, and they actually got gobbled up by another parent company, so they're no longer doing business as Amplify, and they're going away. But the other thing is that if we just have a name and we don't actually say what we do in the brand, it's a little tough for people to figure out what it is that we do. So we added social media strategies after the Amplify portion, and we can actually see what happened, which is really cool. Again, like this kind of stuff we just couldn't measure before in brand sentiment. So you're going to see that we have the most amount of clicks from this version of Amplify. Okay, so what we're seeing here is that 225 people searched for that version of Amplify in the past 28 days, and we're getting about 9% of the clicks. And now this is where I want to bring in this thing so I can show you something here. So instead of average position, it's going to show where we typically fall. So typically, if people are searching for the name Amplify, we're going to show up about number 4, because right now we're getting outranked by that biotech company, which makes sense. They've been around a lot longer. They were a public company. They had a lot of press. They did a lot of fundraising rounds. So there was a lot of stuff going on with those guys. But then if you go down to this one here, you see Amplify social media then. It has been queried 18 times in the past 28 days. We get 11 of those clicks. And this, we're showing up first for this website here. Okay, so that's what we're figuring out here is our website, is our domain name actually showing up for the things for which we'd like to rank. And this has a really, really high click-through rate, which is a good sign for us because people are evidently finding what it is that they want. When they search for Amplify social media, they find us, we rank first, they ultimately click through. And for us, it's really good from a brand SEO standpoint. Now you might look at some of these other ones like coffee shops near me, social media image sizes, etc. This is more of the other kind of SEO that a lot of people ask for, right? If people are searching for environmental legal concerns in Miami, Florida, we want to have a Miami, Florida law firm write a blog post about environmental concerns and have that blog post start to move up, right? So this is where we don't necessarily need to rank for coffee shops near me, because that's just an article that Helen had written about working in coffee shops. And Google crawled our site, found it, and said, hey, this is a really good article. This is very interesting. So we start to show up. This position number 11.3 here, that's technically on page 2, right? It'd be page 1 is 1 through 10, and then page 2 would be number 11. And so we do get stuff that shows up there. And this is where people really look for this a lot, right? Which it makes sense. And Google would have a lot of people searching for coffee shops near me, and we get 2 of those clicks, which is a very low click-through rate. And again, this is just kind of by happenstance that we rank. We didn't really seek out to say we want people to Google coffee shops near me and find us. But again, this is data that we didn't have otherwise before we started looking in the Google Search Console with more critical eyes. This kind of stuff, though, social media image sizes, 2020, we definitely want to rank for that, because that's what we try to help people get answers to questions that they have specifically in our industry, right? Another thing like this, digital marketing flowchart. This is an article that we just had recently written, and this is what it looks like. We wrote it specifically about digital marketing and social media marketing strategies using flowcharts. It has a nice graphic of how we depict it, a couple graphics, talks about how to build it, etc. Okay, so Google crawled our site and it said, hey, this is a good piece. Now, right now, it's ranking number 11, and the hope is that we'd eventually get onto page 1, just like we did with this version of it. Okay, so people are searching for flowchart of digital marketing 2 times in the last 28 days versus digital marketing flowchart 15 times in the past 28 days. But we are ranking on the first page for that, and of the 2 people that searched for it, we got 1 of those clicks. Now let me show you, without going way deep down the rabbit hole with this, let me just show you what you can do with this tool that I think will really help a lot of you that are either doing marketing, social media, or SEO work, so you can give evidence to those to whom you report that you're doing a good job and you can measure this. Okay, this is where it gets really impactful. So instead of just looking at a static period of time, like 28 days, let's do this and go to compare. And let's do the past 3 months to the previous period. Okay, so past 3 months, and then take the previous 3 months before that and compare those 2 things side by side. What was really exciting when we started checking this out, again with a more critical eye, is we saw here that the name Amplify has been searched, so in the past 3 months, 739 times, and the previous 3 months before that, it was searched 671 times. Now again, because this is kind of an ambiguous term, because we're not the only Amplify, this might be attributable to us, it might be attributable to that biotech company as well, but this is where it got really cool for us. Is we looked here and we said, well, 25 people in the past 3 months have searched for us by name, by this version of our name, compared to 3 the previous months. So as Helen had mentioned, the fact that we've been focusing on saying we're Amplify social media strategies instead of just Amplify, what this is telling us is that a lot more people are seeking us out specifically for what it is that we do. And it's not that they're just doing it by chance, they're actually clicking through, right? So of these 25 people in the past 28 months, 17 of them have clicked on our website here. And before that, 3 of those people who had searched, 2 of those people had found us. So this, I hope, will help you figure out, if you're doing any kind of branding, especially when it comes to either your company or what it is that you do in the community, or just general brand awareness at events or charitable events, or if you're getting behind certain organizations and helping them do their thing from a nonprofit standpoint, or putting your name on the Little League jersey or whatever, this is a way that over time we can very quickly ascertain what it is that's working and what is not working. So hope this helps with your SEO strategy, and please reach out in the comments if we can be of any help with you getting Google Search Console set up. And I hope you have a great Friday. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.